I'm gonna be watching a video about commentary YouTubers. Commentary YouTube must be stopped. Title of the vid. I wouldn't say I'm a commentary YouTuber because that's not what I do. It's not like that's all I do. Like this channel is Schmeg Live is about everything I do on streams, which I do reactions and commentate, like me reacting. My other channel is a vlog channel, so yeah, but that's not all I do. It's just one part of the stuff I do on stream. But let's check it out. It must be stopped apparently.
I do not watch fat people overeat food. I also don't watch naked yoga, gambling, and crypto scamming content because they all rot my brain, targeting negative things that we are deeply inclined to care about. And you really have to fight this. This is part of the 7 deadly sins where people ruin their lives over. And now it is glorified entertainment. Gluttony, lust, greed. These are the...
Yeah, that is true. Like, there's a whole industry about lust, porn, greed, gambling industry, gluttony. Well, it's just fast food in general. Like they want you to eat and eat, even though it's not good for you.
Type of videos that go viral, and rather than shaming these creators that will literally do nothing other than make you and me feel superior over them, please recognize that watching this content normalizes bad habits. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and that...
Bro, and one thing is like, for me, I could be doing some other stuff. If I really want to blow up faster and stuff like that, I could be doing other stuff. There's a lot of other things I could do that will get me popular. But it goes against what I believe in and, the message I want to spread and stuff like that, Like, I could be doing a lot of other stuff, but I don't think it's good. So, yeah, I'm just trying, with my content, with my vlogs, my streams, I try to be genuine and, be more of I'm trying to be a positive, not a negative on the internet. So yeah, that's me.
That equally applies to the content you consume. Sports guys watch sports, fat people watch fat people eat, and gambling addicts watch gamblers gamble. So what type of person are you that watches commentary videos? And there's this constant struggle of not becoming the person we want to be because my environment is all mediocre people. Number 1, don't blame something we don't have control over and instead cut out 80% of the useless content we mindlessly consume because they are a representation of our thoughts and our thoughts are our actions. And this video is not going to shame the sins I've discussed because it is now self-explanatory why it encourages bad habits. Instead, recognize the most popular form of content is a combination of multiple sins that every single negative emotion that we are actually careful and trying to fight against. That is commentary videos.
What?
To briefly define them, it is a person talking about a topic over a camera, no camera, just like this video. And we'll discuss about my hypocrisy, Penguin Zero doing negative drama content.
I'm slow. I don't do commentary. I'm slow, bro. Commentary and reaction is different. I do reaction stuff. But commentary is like when you're talking about a thing, but I do live reactions. It's different. I'm slow, bro.
Then backing away after not being able to handle the hatred he used to put out. But more broadly, this is about videos existing just to hate on another person because...
Yeah, there's lots of commentary, like, Penguin, Cody Co. I used to watch Jamari, like, in 2022. Jamari. There's Optimus. There's a whole bunch, bro. There's heaps. And these channels actually get such a big following, but they're low-key all the same. Similar.
There are so many channels like these where they provide no value to the world, no form of comedy, nothing other than fueling our...
That's actually low-key true. Like, what do they really add? They just talk about how they don't like it or something might be trash or dumb. That's actually that's so true. But with me, even with my reactions, I try to like, some people don't like it, but this is just how I am. This is just how I do stuff. I stop the vid lots of times and say it's just tomorrow's teaching vid about cheating or stuff like that, and I try to get in deep and say, depending on what the subject of the video is, I try to dig deep in my own personal thoughts and experiences and try to add some value, add my own value instead of just being like Reaction Time or Dang Max Smith back in the day. I used to watch them, but you know, they just go, oh, laugh, oh, they just fell over. You know, I actually try to add some stuff. But obviously that's not for everyone. You know, you need to be a certain age to really understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's me. I try to add my own value, like positive stuff. And yeah, like if anyone can get, like maybe it makes them think about a certain thing, or you know, changes their perspective for the better. You know, that's my goal when I talk about that stuff.
Pride, wrathfulness, and envy. Too Lazy to Try is a perfect example of one of these YouTubers that only exist for making hatred-based videos.
But
Every single one of them.
That's so true. I've never thought about this. Like, these channels just talk about a person or a subject or something, and they just hate on it. Like, talking about how bad they are or whatnot.
Is just hating on another person.
That's
Wannabe
so
alpha
true.
male gets humiliated on his own show. Unhinged streamer won't stop losing his mind. Wes Watson has a meltdown over his haters. This exists for 474 more videos, and if you pay for his Patreon, you can indulge in more hatred.
Now, if it's agriculture, fine, or if it's artificial intelligence, fine. Like, I know what I'm talking about certain.
Yeah, so I guess Lex knows what he's talking about because he has a PhD and stuff.
Are we fucking stupid? The guy is being humble, saying he doesn't know everything. And then the wrathful YouTuber goes, yeah, PhDs, not impressive or important. Afterwards, he hates on a completely different person, not even related to the video, just to plug his Patreon of more hateful content. Like, what?
So you could tell he's just really insecure about people not taking him seriously or not thinking he's an intellectual. Just like Eric Weinstein, who still hasn't recovered from Tim Dillon questioning what he's done. And if you want to hear more about that, I covered that whole saga over on Patreon. It was hilarious. I highly recommend it.
These type of videos that I've shown.
Bro, that is actually kind of irritating, because especially the like, say Lex streaming, apparently he got a PhD. I'm not exactly sure what he does, but he puts himself out there, he puts his face out there, he does this. But this guy's just sitting behind his screen talking trash, you know. And it's like kind of irritating when people put themselves out there, their story, their thoughts, you know. When you put that out there, you become vulnerable because people know stuff about you. But say these people, they don't really put themselves out there. Or the only time they put themselves out there is when they're talking trash about another person or just hating on them, or you know, stuff like that, like this channel. But this is a crazy realization. I've never actually thought about this, because I used to watch Optimus, like Jamari, but obviously there's certain levels. Some people are more hateful than others. I used to watch Penguin. I don't really watch any of that content these days. Like, I don't watch that content these days, but when I was maybe 3-4 years ago, I used to watch these type of vids, but I never thought about it in this sense.
Little easy targets that everyone would agree with. Alpha male morning routines is obviously dumb, and no disrespect, but what kind of bumbling idiot sits down and decides to watch pure negativity for 20 minutes? Me. That's the reason why I'm making this video. It slowly comes to a realization that the reason why it is so easy to hate on these people, oh, these podcast guys are out of touch with reality. I hate them. But secretly, we are now tapping into the envious side of our emotions. We have to realize that these people we are choosing to hate on does not mean they are bad people. We only feel justified in disliking them because they are educated, because they are successful.
Yeah, it's because like they're putting themselves out there. They're trying to do things, you know, and then they just hate on you. Like, well, people that aren't doing that hate on you, you know. But say like you know what I'm doing. I'm streaming. You know, I'm still like at the beginning of my journey, even though it's been 2 years of streaming. I'm still at the beginning of my journey. You know, I still haven't hit 1,000 followers or subscribers on any platform yet. Closest is YouTube. My Schmeg Live YouTube, my stream YouTube, I'm only at 777 after like a few years. And, you know, some people just hate on me, like, not really, I don't get that much, but there has been times where people know I'm a streamer, say it's a random game, and they just talk trash, or you'll never make it, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, it's usually people that aren't trying to do that same type of journey you are, you know? Like, they're not trying to stream, they're not trying to do YouTube, they're not trying to put themselves out there. But me, I would never hate on a fellow streamer or YouTuber trying to, do something, even though I might think they're horrible, I might think their vids are trash. Like, I might even say that they're trash, but not to hate, to give them some criticism, to try to help them, because, I care enough to tell them what's wrong, so, they might know what to fix or do better in the future. But these people are just straight hating. And yeah. But yeah, that's what I mean. He's not doing that stuff, or most of these YouTubers. But say a fellow college professor, I don't think they'll be trying to tear down someone that's trying to make them, like me, with streams. I wouldn't tear down another streamer. Like, no.
Because they are rich, they are famous, and every single person, poor, mediocre, rich, has done bad. So over fixating and analyzing these people and their negative emotions just to hate on them.
Yeah, that's facts. They're just hating. It's like, they do one thing, they criticize, but the only difference about it is these people have a platform. These people put themselves out there. So because of that, when they make mistakes, when they do dumb stuff, like, say me, I might make some bad mistakes in the future while I'm streaming. But it's not like these commentator YouTubers don't make mistakes. No, it just doesn't get put out there, because I'm not saying it's their fault and then it's the other person's, like, say, Kevin Hart's fault for being out there, but that's just how it is sometimes. He's a public figure. If he does something bad, people criticize. But the difference is they're not out there. They still do bad stuff, but it's just that not thousands or millions of people see when they do bad stuff. It's just, like, sinners casting stones at sinners. Like, we're all the same.
Also taps into the wrathful and hateful side of us, and that does not benefit you whatsoever. And every single example I've shown are male content creators, and there's absolutely no correlation. I will show male content creators because I know them more, because I watch them more, because I'm a man, and
But yeah, this stuff is entertaining sometimes, but when I think about it, like the way this guy's brought up things, it's not really good. It's not positive at all.
Content creators, because I know them more, because I watch them more, because I'm a man. And equally, if you flip the other side with more feminine content, there are pretty girls shit-talking not specific people. Sometimes they do, but it's much more conceptual. Ooh, Gen Z dating apps, it's bad. Oh, our generation is doomed. I do not want to see one comment about gender wars, men suck, women suck. This form of content is popular among everyone. It is the 7 deadly sins, and it will be popular until we die. And after we die, it has existed before we died under different platforms and formats of video and content. But then again, all it does is tap into our negative emotions that does not improve our lives whatsoever. And when I look at these people who watch this type of content, I look down upon them. That's the truth. If you're one of them, have a real realization, look in the mirror. Why are you choosing to watch these videos? Most of the time, it's to make you feel more prideful that I am better than these type of people.
Yeah, it's just hating on them, and it makes, fulfills it temporarily fills in a void in us in people temporarily, because it's like junk food. It might fill you up, but do you feel good after? No. But if you eat good whole foods, maybe have some meat, vegetables, etc., you eat it, fills you up, and you feel better after. It's like, this is like junk food for the mind. But yeah, it just fills a void temporarily, making yourself feel better about yourself because you see how bad they are.
Even though objectively this is something never discussed in any of the videos, they are objectively better than you, quantifiably so. I think a lot of people believe they are good people, not because they actually are, but because they have never been in an opportunity situation where they have been given power to actually exercise what their moral beliefs are. This is going to be the second part of the video where I love science. One of my favorite YouTubers is Vsauce. I love Veritasium. I love watching all these videos about science, STEM majors, philosophy, psychology.
Why are you watching
this?
I
get very nerdy about it. And one of the most memorable videos I've ever watched is people choosing to take a stance on a moral belief, and then when they're put in a situation very similar to what they've discussed about,
it's different
their
in real life.
actions actually contradict themselves. And I genuinely believe this. There is no point in watching watching any of these videos other than entertainment. And
Yeah,
after spending a
that's
lot
true.
of time reading the book, The Creative Act, learning a lot.
Yeah, like, you wouldn't ever watch one of these things for anything like insightful or educational. You know, you just wanna, you just watch it. You know, if you wanna let some time go past and just be entertained for a bit. You know, but yeah.
Lot about science, burnout. I've concluded that being a workaholic, spending every moment, maximizing every second is obviously joyless. Entertainment is very important for our happiness
Yeah.
and more specifically,
Sanity.
surrounding yourself with good art. Just like the friends we choose to surround ourselves with, they are a representation of who we are. You must also actively be aware of the content you choose to consume, and this is a real emotional test. There is so much high quality art that you will never have enough time to ever finally finish consuming. But then again, people cling so desperately to this belief that what's wrong with watching these people? I mean, I already explained it. They all indulge in wrathfulness, pride, envy, blah, 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 blah. And if that doesn't convince you, if religion, which by the way, I'm not a religious person, but these beliefs have existed for thousands of years with multiple translations, revisions, interpretations, and nonetheless, they still persist in our.
Now that I think of it, I do commentary stuff, but it's like reactions. It's like a form of commentary, like when I do live reactions, but it's not quite the same. It's a little different.
Everyday society and culture, they have an outstanding point. And here's the thing, I'm a hypocrite. I think that's like a big point. We are not perfect. Many
Yeah.
of my videos have. And also the titles and thumbnails purport the idea to rope people in under this negative context of commentary style thumbnails and titles. And guess what?
I've probably
I'm
done
here
that.
to make views, right? Every YouTuber will not admit that, but they're here for views. They wouldn't make videos if it didn't pay them. And I make videos for the possibility that I get paid a lot of money. And finally, most critical. I am not going to criticize him as much as you would want or think, because he has significantly slowed down all his pointless, vapid drama videos saying obvious points that a 10-year-old could say. And this all happened.
That's facts. I've never really thought about that moist critical. He just states obvious in his vids, and people go crazy over it. He just says, like, you know, just certain stuff about vids. Say it's a, like, maybe new drama. He just says certain stuff that most people just think of, you know? And people still jump all over it because it's moist critical. Yeah, I've never really thought about that.
Not because he was smart, but instead got retribution for all the money, attention-seeking videos he has constantly created. And this happened 7 months ago during the whole Mr. Beast Chris Tyson drama, where Sneeko pushed this narrative that, oh, you're running away from the drama because you're friends with Mr. Beast, you're a coward. And then he completely crashes out. For the 20-minute video he created, it wasn't about Chris Tyson, it was about the reaction towards the hate he got. And then afterwards,
I
he
never
got so
saw
much
that.
hate, he needed to make another video titled "The Moist Critical Situation is Crazy." Funny joke, right? And in this video, he had
So what? He just got, you know, because they're friends, and what, he got a little bit sensitive when Sneeko called him out on it because he didn't address that drama.
addresses my and everyone's allegation of him being a fence sitter, never having an opinion other than the popular one, and his reaction to all the hate he's getting, and finally deciding to step back from the drama because the toxicity made covering drama unenjoyable.
So I definitely think I'll be slowing down on covering internet-related drama or like drama in general. I'll still
Why do
talk
they have
about
that
like
filter
really
on it?
wacky stories and shit like that, but I definitely think I'm gonna be pumping the brakes on like the kind of drama I have been covering recently.
What a pussy. Previously, a large majority of his content pushes hate towards other people with no discrimination whether they deserve.
He called out him. But yeah, that is true. Like, you know, I try to be genuine. You know, I'm not just going to go a certain side just because most people believe in it. And lots of my thoughts and opinions are against the majority. Sometimes, you know. And I'm not just going to switch up, you know. If people really don't like me, you know, you don't like me, you know. If no one dislikes you, you're not real, you're fake. If there's no one that disagrees with you, you're fake, because that's impossible. Because not everyone can agree with you. You can't have the same opinion as everyone else. So if you manage to do that, you're not being truthful. You're not being genuine. And you know that's why you got to respect people that really stand on their beliefs, even though everyone's against them. Like I might even be against them. The majority might be against them. I might be against them, but you know you can still respect a person for really standing on their beliefs and you know not folding under the pressure of their peers. But yeah. He really got called out, most critical.
Deserve it or not, and for the smallest moment where he gets what he dishes out, he tucks his tail between his legs and runs away. And
I've never thought of this.
Now recently, this video was 7 months ago, he went back to making drama videos, but he has learned his lesson. I'm now giving him credit where credit is due. He has slowed down on specific big influencer drama, like Logan Paul. Doesn't talk about Logan Paul anymore because now he meets more of these popular YouTubers because he is of their same caliber.
What's up, bro?
Hey, nice
How
to
are
meet
you,
you.
dude? I like your videos, dude.
I appreciate
I know
it.
you've talked some shit, but
Everybody hates Logan Paul. Is everyone around Logan just a fucking idiot?
I'm always super happy that people don't take it personally.
I don't.
Nah, it gets no. That would be so awkward. Like, you know, because you know, lots of voice creators' content is just talking trash about other people, and then you know, big YouTubers, as he said, meeting them. That would be so awkward. Because it's different. It's easy to say stuff online. You're behind a screen, but when you're face to face with someone, most people, you know, they're a completely different person. That's
I know. I understand I'm and I appear to be a bro. So good to see you, bro.
And also, Prime's pretty fire.
Thanks,
I'm not
bro.
allowed to say that on camera.
I get it, bro. I get it, bro. Talk, bro.
Good luck today, alright?
Yeah, likewise.
See, nah, Moise is a bit of a. He can't stand on business, bro. He can't stand on business. You know, one person online, different person offline. You know me, I try to be as genuine as possible. You know, I do put on, you know, try to be a little bit more entertaining. You know, just do goofy stuff. But you know, that's all me. If anyone you know really knows me off stream, or even in person, and they see me on stream, I try to be as genuine as possible, bro. But you know, I do try to have some professionalism when I'm streaming, kinda. You know.
Bro, likewise.
Now, this is just a theory, right? But he does niche drama that everyone can agree upon. Oh, look at this streamer. Oh, what an idiot. He's now getting arrested. Yes, everyone hates that guy. Easy win. Oh, look at these people buying up all the Pokemon.
Yeah, it's just obvious stuff. He doesn't do anything specific, or one that has a very like 50-50 opinion by people.
Cards, easy win. And my little theory is that he's ruffling less feathers, maintaining connections because of where he's at, while still fence-sitting and making drama videos where it satisfies parts of our 7 deadly sins of wrath, pride. I am morally better than these people, and now justified to actively hate on them. This is loser behavior with people who do not have anything better to do, and this does not benefit
This video is
anyone.
deep.
Normalizes a negative state of mind, which, by the way, if you don't agree with me, Moist Critical does, because he admits it in his own video.
It has become draining.
This
As much
video
as
is
I
deep,
never
bro.
wanted to admit it, I've started to recognize
I never thought how deep like this actually is. Commentary YouTube. Never actually thought about this until this vid.
that my mood is immediately impacted by whatever I read on Twitter in the morning. If that's some horrible stuff about a creator or what have you, it immediately affects my entire day and my whole outlook
That's not healthy.
on the day.
But then again, he can't stop. You can see this from the recent
'Cause
videos
that's
he's been
his
making.
brand.
He's
That's what he
slowly leaning
builds.
back towards the drama content. And no theories this time. I don't know why he does it. For whatever reason, right? But you can't hate on
That's
him
what he's known
because
for.
it's the 7 deadly sins. It's a thing that everybody has to fight against. And my question to everyone is, why do we watch this? Because it is objectively not entertaining. It is not funny. But then again, so many people choose to watch it. It's because it satisfies what we should actually avoid. Just think a little bit, you know, value your time. Entertainment is perfectly fine. I don't hate it. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, truly do.
That was deep. Yeah, I'm sub to this guy. This is a good freaking vid, bro. But yeah, I said lots of my thoughts in this video, bro. Lots of my thoughts and my opinions. This guy really opened my mind up to, what's it called? Commentating, like commentary YouTube. I'm not really part of commentary YouTube. I do live reactions, which is kind of different. On live on my stream, and yeah, really opened my eyes. It's not, I mean, not commentary YouTube doesn't just imply it's negative, but most of the popular stuff and the stuff that gets views is mainly just negative. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you got something out of this vid. Hopefully this vid made you think about certain things. And yeah, thank you for watching.